What's up, baby? Back again. You know who it is. It's Big Hendo Unplugged, man. You know who it is. I got my dog Q in the building. What's going on, baby?
We live. We live with it.
Hey, we
live with it.
We're a little late, but freshly late. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? We had to get the behind the scenes stuff in order. You know what I mean? But we back again. This is episode number 6, I think. Either 6 or 7. We back at it.
I think it's 6.
Is it 6?
I think it's 6.
All right.
That's what we're gonna go with, Jeremy.
Absolutely. On this podcast, man, where we talk about all the hot topics in the hip hop industry, the culture, from the East Coast to West Coast to down south to up north, all the above, man. So we talk about all the important stuff. You know what I mean? Every week we coming in, tapping in live with your boy Q and Big Hendo, man, in the building. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things going on this week, man. A lot of stuff went down this week, bro.
Oof.
Crazy.
Man, it was an active week, Jeremy.
Stupid this week.
Man.
I was like, what's going on? Back to back stuff. I want to talk about the most important thing. Well, not the most important thing, the craziest thing. The MO3 and Yella Beezy. That case.
Yeah, the
man.
Man.
Holy smokes.
Man, it's getting wild, it's getting active.
Bro, did you see the new footage of what happened with MO3 on the different angle?
Yeah.
Oh boy, ran him down.
Yeah. Oh, young hog him down. Had to hog him down the interstate.
Bro, so I guess
down,
from what I was saying, like, this is what's been told. This is what's been said. So they were saying, like, you know, Yella Beezy was paying this hitman $40,000 to kill MO3. But before that, I didn't know all this. So they've been going back and forth for a long ass time.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, they've been beat up for a while.
Like, I guess MO3 tried to kill Yella Beezy, then of course he had to retaliate.
Yeah. They had a whole I think Mo had a whole diss track talking about how he tried to get, you know, Beezy, but he didn't say no name on it. But
yeah, but Yella Beezy got shot 4 times.
Yeah.
Leaving the club.
Yeah.
And they were saying that, you know, MO3, he was responsible for that, allegedly, and he made a diss track about it.
Yeah, Mo made a track about it.
Yeah. And I seen a Instagram clip, and they were like breaking it down piece by piece. So all the lyrics to a song to what really happened. You know what I mean? Because Yella Beezy did a interview on the Breakfast Club, and he was describing the whole situation, and they was breaking that shit down, like, you know, track by track, word by word.
And Beezy kept hitting him with that, I don't know who dude is. I don't know who he is. It's like, oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
Right. So, bro, this new, the police just released this new little angle. I want to show you guys this new little angle, bro. It's crazy. Hold on just a minute. Let me go to share screen here. And this is that new angle, man. And this is what let's see.
I'm on my way.
Let's see, man.
I'm on my way.
Let's pop this up right quick. Oh yeah. Let's get this. I don't know why I got YouTube Premium and this is popping up, but yeah, it's all good. Let's get on and see what happens.
Extra money.
Yeah, man. What's going on? Get it on. Let's try to do this again. And I got good Wi-Fi. But let's try this one more time to see. Let's rewind this. Let's see.
Just for context, this is approximately noon on I-35 heading northbound.
So this is he was in court.
Kroger 18-wheeler, and this is heading north I-35 into downtown Dallas on noon on November 11th, 2020.
He's in court right now. And they're describing the whole situation. So he getting chased by old boy in the Camaro.
Now, Your Honor, if I could call the court's attention, if you look on I've stopped this video at 19 seconds. You see a gold sedan in the far left lane and a black sedan in the second lane to the left. The gold sedan.
Let's go up a little bit. So they going back and forth. Bro, they stop in the middle of the freeway, bro. So check this part out, Q. So I wanted to talk to you about this. So he jumps out.
He jump out,
right? And old boy jumps out the car and you see like he's rushing him. Why did he stop? Because it seemed like he's jumped out to get a gun. They said that he had a gun. So he abandons the gun and just runs.
Yeah, he get the fuck.
I'm like, bro, why didn't you just stay there and just get your gun? Then you can fire back.
Maybe he felt like he didn't have enough time to do that.
Yeah. So
then he came up on him.
Bro, he ran him down in the middle of the freeway.
Yeah.
With the chopper. Mowed him down. This is the middle of the freeway. That's wild. Mid-daylight. Look at him run back with the chopper. That's a crazy hit.
Yeah, bro.
That's a crazy hit.
For 40K.
Middle of the day?
For $40K.
For $40,000. Oh boy, hey. In the mid-daylight? That's wild, man. Yeah, that's pretty sad. But I didn't understand. I was like, dog, why did you stop, man? In that situation, would you have kept going? Would you have stopped your car like that?
I wouldn't have stopped my car like that. Especially not on the interstate, because he could have. I see he what he in like a
Honda Civic.
A Civic. I know he knew he wasn't going to outrun that Camaro.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would have took whatever exit. I know he had it on him. I would have took whatever exit, and I probably would have. We just would have been going back and forth off the interstate. That's the only way to go. That's the only way to go about that, because he seen what was going to happen.
Right.
He knew he had to know. That's why he got out, tried to get his shit, and he ran. You know what I'm saying? So he knew it was about to go down.
I'm just trying to put myself in that situation, because I'm assuming that he was getting shot at as he was driving, or was letting him loose while you're driving. So you getting a chopper letting off on you while you're driving. You know what I'm saying? And you got a gun on you. I think I would have. I guess that's why he pulled over to get the gun. But he tried to get the gun, but he couldn't reach the gun.
He probably couldn't, because if he weaving and he trying to get it, the gun probably slid underneath the seat.
Yeah,
anything.
That's probably what happened. That gun probably went somewhere else that he didn't know where it was, and he had that much time to go look for it.
Go get it. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
then he just abandoned the gun and start running. The old boy just ran him down with the chopper.
Yeah,
that's wild. But I don't understand that. I'm like, man, you in Texas too, man. That's an open carry state. You can have that gun. You can have that chopper on the seat right next to you. But I guess you're not expecting somebody to come to mow you down.
I mean, you're not expecting. And then, like I said, they was weaving for a minute. So his gun probably went any kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Any kind of way. So you just never know.
That's sad, man.
You just never know.
That's crazy. So they're saying that Yella Beezy paid old boy $40,000 for that hit. You know what I'm saying? So now he's talking. Now he's wheezing. Now he's talking, and he's want to confess. You know, part because he's been in jail for a long time. He's trying to get out, so he's confessing, and he's going to tell everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now Yella Beezy in there. You think he's gonna beat this?
Nah, Beezy ain't beating this. He ain't beating this.
And they got the documentations, you know, saying that he withdrew $40,000 cash.
He got the $40,000. Yeah, he ain't beating that. He ain't beating that. But it's just crazy with the whole like gun shit. Like, for example, like we from the South.
Mm-hmm.
In the South, like everybody got a gun.
Right. So
having a gun ain't really like a thing like you know, the New York and shit where gun rules is so hectic and hard, and you know what I'm saying? In the South, like everybody got a pistol. So like everybody knows the proper procedure of how to ride with a gun. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So even with that being said, to for your point, like if he dipping and dodging, you know what I'm saying, and the gun was on the seat and it fell off and all that shit like that, as soon as, if he was hitting on the interstate, as soon as you felt threatened, you should have grabbed that bitch.
Yeah.
Not trying to outrun him. You wasn't going to outrun that Camaro, man. You in a Civic. Yeah. You wasn't going to outrun that bitch. So he should have grabbed that bitch, put that bitch, and then as he seen what was going on, you know, act accordingly.
Absolutely. That's crazy. Well, I guess it's different when you actually getting shot at with a chopper, though.
I mean,
those are big ass rounds coming.
Yeah, you getting a shot out with a K. That's
those are 7.62s, homie. That's a big ass round.
You got a point. You know what I mean?
And I'm pretty sure he probably had a handgun or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what he gets slipping, man. You know, it's Chopper City, bro. Hey, you know, New Orleans Chopper City, so everybody got shit.
That's crazy. I mean, you sent me a video of these young kids walking around. It's probably like 10 deep. They all had choppers on them.
Bruh, after Katrina, after Hurricane Katrina, the first thing that everybody hit was the gun stores. That's all everybody got. Everybody got fucking Chinese, Russians, ARs, all that shit, and everything left over was handguns. Like that's the gun of choice, especially in the South. That's the gun of choice.
Absolutely, because where I'm from, bro, you know, it's so funny because we're in California now, and that chopper is expensive, but you go down to the South, that shit is cheap. Man,
we used to go to the gun store in I believe it was in Kenner at the little convention center or whatever. Man, we used to go there. It opens at 8:30, 8 o'clock a.m. We used to get there at 10. They used to be sold out.
That's crazy.
Dog, all them niggas coming in and buy that shit. I'm talking about like $250, $375, $400 for a Russian chop.
And that's crazy, man. And it's cheap. Like my cousin sent me, he just built one. And I think he spent like $300 or something like that.
Cheap.
I'm like, you know how much I spent, bro? I spent a couple grand for mine.
Cheap, bro. We get ARs for like $600.
That's crazy,
like,
bro.
Come on.
That's crazy.
Shit. But that's what I say when people talk about gun, like gun, that ain't shit. Man. Oh, everybody got a pistol. That ain't nothing.
I can't find that video, but whatever. It is what it is. That's crazy. I was trying to look for that video.
Oh man.
Up in New Orleans. Them kids walking around. Because I posted it. Them kids walking around with them choppers, man. Yeah. They were young too.
Crazy, bro. Yeah, they be young. They about there 11, 12.
Yeah. Hey, Sauce Walka.
Sauce.
If y'all didn't hear about what happened with Sauce Walka and Sayso P just got mowed down again, you know, in Memphis, Tennessee. You know. So I guess that's Sayso P, that's one of his artists. And he came home with Sauce Walka, and I think he was popping it, you know, talking, you know, ain't nobody gonna mess with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the city with Sauce Walka, and you know, going hard, showing money. And word on the street is he owed somebody like $200, $250. He ran off on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ran off on him. I don't know how true it is. His mom came out and made a statement too as well. His mom said that's not true because they have money. You know what I mean? So he don't need to. There's still no money from nobody. I was like, I don't know. But people are saying they owe some people some money. You know what I'm saying? And they came back and, you know, and they wanted blood. Yeah, but the crazy thing about it is, Q, they're saying that they shot him and they stood over Walker because they shot Walker two times in his leg, and they stood over Walker and they realized it was Walker, you know, Sauce Walka, and they was like, "Nah, you good." He knew what he did and left.
That's how it be. That's how it be.
That's
how it be.
Hey, they spared him, and it's crazy because a lot of these people, man, a lot of people die in their own city.
That's how it be.
Boosie said that.
But especially, come on, man, Memphis. For people that don't know, Memphis is notorious for that shit.
Absolutely.
Memphis. They had a video. A young dude did a drill in Memphis, and then they did a whole sideshow donut spin out after they hauled dude down and did the kill, and then celebrated, shooting in the air and everything. Like, bro, like it was like Pakistan. Bro, so like you should have known, like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know how you moving, and you talking about, I seen him in the car, man.
You seen that?
I'm good. I'm like, no, nobody is that good.
Right.
Nobody is that good, bro.
I'm like, how you gonna come home and popping it like that though? Like, if this is true,
bruh,
you owe somebody $200 and you come home popping it like that.
You supposed to know. No, I don't.
He had security too the whole time. They had security on him.
He had all that.
They didn't have security that day.
He had all that. You not that good. In places like that, you are not that good.
Wow.
You are not that good.
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how could you be caught lacking like that, bro? You owe somebody that amount of money and you that comfortable run around in your home city after you know that you rip somebody off over $200. They coming back and they want that in blood, bro, for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
So boy got caught up.
Yeah. Now all the Memphis cats is like, oh man, that's how we get down. I'm like, man, he should have known. He should have known.
The
I don't know why he thought he was that safe.
That's wild.
Why he thought he was that untouchable.
I think he probably got, he felt like he was next to Sauce Walka, and he had that, like,
Man, I would never feel like that. Mm-hmm. I don't even rap, and I still, every time I go home, I'll be like, man, look, I'll make sure. I'll be looking over my shoulder. I'll make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like
you like that when you go home?
Fucking right.
Because even when I go home, I don't feel comfortable. Right. I don't feel comfortable.
Fucking right, but they not about to catch me slipping. Man, I ain't about to be nobody's fucking podcast story. The fuck, nigga? For real. Like, man.
Every time I go home, bro, I like, it's home. You know what I mean? Everybody knows, but I was like, damn, homie, like, it's a different feeling from where we at. We're in San Diego, so it's like them people, they don't got nothing to lose.
Bro, they don't. They don't. They don't. And it's just like, it's a different type of hustle. I would say that. Because like when you're in LA and all that kind of stuff like that, of course, like look at Pop Smoke and all them other people, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, PNB Rock and stuff. So like they have their own different type of hustle, but a lot of times it's for the love of money. It's for money, it's clout or chain snatching, run the pockets, shit like that, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the California way. But like when you go to some of them places like Memphis and even Houston, New Orleans, stuff like that, they don't care about none of that.
Nah,
they don't care about all that. It's for the love of catching a body.
Yeah,
that's what they want. They want to catch a body. That's all they care about.
Absolutely,
that's it. So it's a different type of feel. It's a different type of looking over your shoulder and mindset. Like it's just different.
They got nothing to lose, bro. They got nothing to lose. And the younger generation where I'm from, bro, they different. That San Diego is comfortable for sure. I don't feel unsafe, moving around in San Diego. You know what I mean? I still got my my pieces and stuff like that, protection. But when I go home, I feel like, hey, I move around accordingly. You know what I mean? I definitely watch out. Everything's strategic where I move for sure when I go home.
It's definitely strategic. It's definitely. But I just feel like also like it's just, I don't know. You just gotta just stay on your P's and Q's, man.
So did you see the video? And when like this video, bro, like they did the crime and they got old boy in 4K. I'm like, man, come on. Let me find the video for you. They caught old boy. Hold on. Let me find the video for you. Look at this is the video right here. Let me show y'all the video. Let's go to a share screen. Let me show you the video. Come on.
They do got that boy in 4K.
4K, baby.
Oh, man.
Look, he got the gun and everything in his hand, Q. Let me go back.
Oh, man.
Let me go back so you can see it again. Let me see if would they let me rewind? They won't let me rewind it. But this is old boy. Got him in 4K.
They got that boy clear. That boy look... Man,
4K, homie. Yeah, he walking around with the chopper too. Everybody got choppers, man.
Yeah, man, that's the gun of the South, man.
But yeah, man, sad situation. Did you see Sauce Walka though? After everything happened, I felt like he was walking around like he didn't care, like he's unfazed by the situation.
He probably is. He probably like, well, fuck, I made it out. I'm good,
The way he was like, his whole demeanor to me was like, damn, this dude don't even care. He was like laughing. Like, check this out. I want to show you guys this one too. Look at this. This is Sauce Walka. Like right out.
Sayso P, man. Sauce alaikum, sauce salam. Thank you so much, brother. It means so much to me.
I wish you would have stopped by, but I really want you to.
Your boy just got murdered.
I'm coming to that.
All right, we're gonna set it up.
Jump up. I'm gonna hop in that mother. And I'm gonna rap a song in it.
Do a mic drop. Come on, let's do it. I need it. Yeah, come on. Come on, I want to take a picture. You sure?
He said that's the drain talking. I believe it because he don't look like he in his right mind. He probably messed up about the city. You could kind of tell his mind gone.
You think so?
His mind gone. Yeah, you could kind of tell his mind gone.
You think the drugs?
Yeah, definitely. Look at him. It's 100%. 100%.
If one of my homies just died and that's the way I'm acting, bro, let me tell you.
But everybody deal with stuff differently.
100%.
Everybody deal with stuff differently.
100%.
So if his is like I'm about to get high on my mind, and that's how I'm gonna cope, then
That's your homie though, bro.
I know. Hey,
you probably won't see me for a whole month.
I know. Everybody deal with stuff differently. I just feel like everybody deal with stuff differently.
My guy,
You know?
they see Walka is making appearances after your boy just got murdered the day before. Then somebody stood over you with a chopper.
I'm trying not to get on the bandwagon if he set that man up. I'm trying not to get on the bandwagon if he set that boy up, man.
I was thinking of that, but I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know if he set him up because it's like, what's the motive of him setting him up though?
That internet talk. So I'm gonna just say it's the drugs. The drugs got him feeling, you know, that's how he's coping. Coping with the drugs by that.
Yeah. What's that? That's my dude, the Flow. You know what I mean? He said Delmar used to have a gun show every year. But they used to have gun shows here in San Diego, but it's different because our laws are more strict.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we had gun shows every month.
Yeah. Then like in San Diego, man, like even the stuff that I have, bro, it's like you're gonna have 10 rounds. Down south, you can have a whole banana clips, 50 rounds, 100 rounds, 30 rounds. That's standard down south. You know what I mean? Like they look at us and laugh. Mine can only a semi-automatic. These guns are automatic. You know what I mean? So it's a whole different. Different. It's different.
Yeah, they got a little dude with a whole rocket launcher.
Yeah, bro.
Like it's crazy. But
they got switches. We can't have switches over here. I mean, do you see that video? Oh my God, it's crazy. Was it in L.A. or Crenshaw or something like that? They pulled the police over and homeboy started hitting that switch on that police.
The cop said, "What was that?
What was that?"
That's how you know. That's how you know. That's how you know they ain't using that kind of activities. And he was like, "What? What was that? What was that?" He was like, "I don't know, man." He was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know, man." I was like, "Yeah, buddy."
Q, he said, "I don't know what that was."
They ain't using that kind of talk, boy. He was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what that was. I was like, bruh.
That mug said, man, that policeman was like, what? They felt, he felt like he was in a war zone.
The other cop thought it was a helicopter. He looking at it. He trying to look at the sky. He was like, man, it was an aerial assault.
Yeah, they ain't doing that in Cali, homie. Absolutely not. He shot by a good, that was a 30, 40 rounds, within like 5-6 seconds. You know what I mean? With that switch. Hit him with the switch, homie.
Bruh.
They lucky to be alive. That's crazy though, man. But I don't know, man. Sauce Walka, man, I couldn't see him. I was thinking about that too, because he didn't seem like he cared. I was like, man, what's the motive? If he did kind of set old boy up, what's the motive behind it?
Man,
so
I don't know. Man, that's the drugs, bro. That's the drugs. That's
what it is.
I'm gonna just call it like that. That's the drugs, man.
Yeah, but they got $6,000 reward. I was like, come on, man, you need more than that. 6,000. Come on, man. That's the price of somebody's life. 6 racks on me. Yeah. Come on, that's pocket change. Some of them people are in that area. 6 racks. You know what I mean? Hey, Stephen A. Smith. He been going at it with LeBron. Have you seen that?
I have seen it. It's some of the most funniest, entertaining stuff. Kind of cringeworthy a little bit.
It is. See, this is what bothers me, man. With the whole Stephen A. Smith and LeBron and people like Stephen A. Smith, and with the whole like these YouTubers. Once again, I am academics. I watch their stuff, but it to me is really cringe because you talking crazy to people, and you want to talk like that in their face. You want to talk like that in their face. If you're present, you talking greasy like you're not about that life, and I hate that. I can't stand that. And let me tell you what's make me mad about Stephen A. Smith. When LeBron was in his face, he was timid. Now when LeBron's not in your face, you wanna chop and talk off, talk crazy. Let me pull that clip up. When LeBron was in him, standing in his face on me, he was shaking in his bones. His bones were shaking.
Boy, that boy was shaking.
Man, he was shaking when LeBron was in his face.
Boy, shaky, little mix shaky.
But now I gotta find it for you, man. Let me find it for you. I know y'all already seen it, but then I want to give context to everything I be talking about. I want to get some context to it. But Golly. Be posting a lot. Okay, here we go. I want to show y'all. Here we go. Come on, man. What was that energy at right there? Come on. You weren't talking crazy when LeBron was there, though. He sat right back down. Oh, he said, hey, Q, he said, hey, if LeBron would have swung him out, if LeBron would have did anything, I would have swung on him. Man, stop, bro. You ain't gonna do nothing, LeBron. Stop it. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Can you imagine that fight, though? What would LeBron, if Stephen A would have swung on LeBron, what would be LeBron? What do you think LeBron would have did? Flopped? What do you think we would have?
Q, he's standing over him.
What do you think LeBron would have did?
Look over, Q. He's standing over him like a kid, homie. Stop. LeBron would have mopped him, bro. Come on.
LeBron would have been in shock. I think he would have been in shock. I think LeBron would have. I think initial reaction, LeBron would have been like, "Wait,
you serious?"
He would have looked around like, "Hold up, bro. He really just did that."
Hey, you think LeBron has a valid argument over that or what? So he's saying like LeBron mad because he's talking about his kid.
He's talking about
his son.
Yeah. I think LeBron got to just Bronny in the NBA now.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna talk about him. He's a grown man. They're gonna talk about him. That's their job. That's what they get paid to do. They do the same thing to you, so you can't feel a certain type of way about it.
I agree.
They do the same thing about you. When you passive and you don't want to hit, you don't want to take that game winning shot, so you pass it to somebody else and they talk about you. They do the same thing to Bronny.
I feel sometimes Stephen A. Smith, he doesn't keep it professional. If you're gonna talk basketball, talk basketball, and that's it. All the other extracurricular activities, I feel like you gotta kind of cut that. You know what I mean?
Like what?
Like, you know, if you say anything personal about, you know, sometimes I feel like he says something personal about, you know, people and you know, something that has nothing to do with basketball. He goes off on different rants, you know. And I think you just gotta keep it on straight on, like, talk about basketball. You know what I mean? Most of the time.
Mm.
Let's see. He said Brown would have cocked him out. Yeah, 100%. Oh, choked him out. Oh, you said cocked him. Choked him out. 100%. Yeah, Brown would for sure choked him out for sure. 1,000%, bro. LeBron. I mean, at the same time, that's his kid, bro. That's his kid.
So
that's your son, bro. You gonna defend your son. That's your kid, bro. It's not like you talking about somebody else. That's something you emotionally attached to.
I understand that. No, I do understand that. But I'm like, he in the NBA now.
But don't you feel like they go hard on him just because he's LeBron's son?
Well, he got special privilege because he was LeBron's son. So
not
of course,
really.
How not?
I mean, he's in the G League.
Now, yeah. Bronny didn't deserve to get drafted.
To the G League.
Well, no, he got drafted and they put him to the G League.
Right.
Which he's doing great. He's developing.
Right. I think he could be a star. He just need to get that experience.
Bronny should have stayed in school. He didn't want to stay in school. He should have stayed in school. So it is what it is. But at the same time, that's what they get paid to do. They sit around, you know what I'm saying, round table, and they talk about sports. Yeah. So they're going to talk about it. Whether it's your son or not, they're going to talk about it.
But I feel like sometimes they go a little extra hard because he's LeBron's son, which is expected.
It is expected.
You're the greatest of all time. Arguably.
Greatest all time. I don't know where that came from. Speaking of greatest all time, are you going to jump to that?
Hey, let's go to that next, man. Let's go to this next. So
LeBron's not better than Kobe, so not. He's not better than Kobe.
I don't watch too much basketball, so I can't argue that. I can't really argue that. So I can't I can't argue that. But this is a big topic going on right now. They're saying that Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper of all time, the greatest lyricist of all time. And multiple people said it. And I just want to once again, every time I say something, I got to give you guys some type of, evidence of showing of what people are saying. And let's pull some up.
Look at 50. I know he was doing something messy.
Let's pull some up so I can give you some context. Let's try to give you some context. Now listen to this.
Posted up on 43rd with the chirp in his phone. You could tell that the Southeast was his home. More male than the rest of the pushers. Cause he had a
I don't know why Mitchie Slick is playing right now. No, there we go. Okay. Shout out to Mitchie Slick. So listen to this. Check this out.
Greatest artist, man, because he got that focus, man, of like.
Let me do it over again so you guys can hear it. So this is what they're saying. I was trying to figure what
Greatest rapper of all time, Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna give it to Kendrick.
Kendrick is at the very top tier of lyricists, not just of this generation, but of all time.
Have you heard Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers? I posted that album more than I promoted Kendrick's album more than he did at this point.
Kendrick Lamar is a real motherfucking artist.
And that's why he the greatest artist, man, because he got that focus, man, of like, I don't care if it's a feature, I'm treating this like it's my song.
Cuz he the GOAT. He the GOAT, cuz, hands down, cuz the GOAT. Leave him the alone.
There you go.
There you go.
Multiple artists say he's the GOAT, greatest of all time. In the comments, if y'all watching, I need to know what you guys think, what your opinion is. Do you think Kendrick Lamar is the greatest of all time? And if you do think he's the greatest of all time, why is he the greatest of all time?
Now they went out. They said he was the greatest artist. So artist, rapper, that's all different. So what is the claim though? Is he the greatest artist of all time or greatest rapper of all time? Because artists, now you start talking about like Michael and Michael Jackson and all that other shit. Like, you know. And I mean, we can't say he's greater than Michael Jackson. So
no.
But then when you talk about greatest rapper of all time, he's a lyricist and all that kind of stuff like that. I mean,
hey, choose your next words carefully. We're on the West Coast.
Nah, I'm not gonna say nothing like that. Like, but I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking of like lyrical minded artists. You know what I'm saying? There's a few of them. So to say he's the greatest lyrical rapper of all time, that's
lyricist.
Lyricist of all time. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow.
You think he's greater than Jay-Z?
I'm the wrong person to ask that. Because I listened to some Jay-Z albums, but I was never really too fond of.
You like Jay-Z?
He was okay. He was, to me. I just wasn't a big fan of like East Coast rap, what we talked about before. But when it comes to being like the lyricist, like you got to think, okay, Nas, Jay-Z, Jadakiss, like is he lyricist? But then when you talk about, it depends on what J. Cole can like, you know, it depends
Wayne.
on like. See, I don't feel like his wordplay is better than Wayne's. I don't feel like that. He has good storytelling, but is his storytelling better than all the other storytellers? And you have to get on all that. But I think everybody's on recent bias right now. So you could say like, you know, all that on recent bias and all that kind of stuff like that. And he's hot. He's hot name, whatever you want to call it. But when you start getting into like of all time, you would really have to like sit down and like really pick that apart. And it's like, what are you going to give it to him on? Like what part, what aspect? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to sit there and be like, man, you know, top 5, then, you know, you got an argument.
Right.
But that's the outright say of all time, he is the greatest lyricist.
That's hard.
That's hard, bro.
But I know since he got the hype right now, people will say that.
Yeah, he got hype. He got hype right now. He got hype right now.
Right. I mean, like I said, I think he's dope. He's dope. He's definitely up there. He's definitely up there. You know, I come from a different era, so I enjoy other people's music a tad bit better than Kendrick's. But I listen to, I consume his music, and I think he's definitely legendary for sure.
I mean, he is, but also take in mind that these particular rappers seen his work ethic. Right. So I feel like that they have a good view of like, okay, like he's a professional perfectionist. He knows how to like do all that, you know. Cool. Like I love that. He has a plan, a story. He has a message. He has all this stuff that he puts together, and he thinks about this and this and this. Like, that's cool too. They see that.
Right.
Us as the people, we see the finished product. You know what I'm saying? So when we see the finished product, we be like, oh, that's cool. But then when you really like sit there and like take it all in, it's like, can you really say consistently he was the greatest MC of all time? And I'm talking from Overly Dedicated, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, which those three right there, you would be like, that's tough. That's you can't really go against that. You hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then when you start to get to Pimp a Butterfly and you know when he started getting to more of his cautious rap. Yeah.
So this is some of his latest stuff that he pumped out.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
like Down to Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale. Like, are you still gonna sit? I don't feel like his latest three was better than his earliest three.
Really?
Nah, man.
I say different.
Section 80 was flames, but Section 80 was flames. Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City. The funny thing about that is before GNX came out,
right?
The Good Kid, Mad City was the only Kendrick album that actually had bangers that people would actually play in other areas.
That's my favorite album from Kendrick.
Definitely. It was definitely.
Every song.
You could put that down as one of the classics.
Yes.
I'm putting that down as a classic.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
But with that, you have to take, I think the bar was so high that when Pimp a Butterfly came out, you was like, okay.
Right.
It was a different approach.
It was a different approach. It was a completely different
approach.
Yep.
Okay. When Damn came out, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was disappointed with Damn. Personally, I was like, okay.
It was still good, but it wasn't as Like I said, the bar was too high.
Yeah, but like I said, I was still on Overly Dedicated, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City.
Right.
Those are my top three. That's like ooh, and you know, for them haters out there, that C4 2009.
Mm-hmm.
That was his dedication to Lil Wayne. He tried to rap like Wayne on that whole album. For those people that don't know all that, the people that don't really know about, that's K. Dot back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was so people be like, oh, Lil Wayne. No, he wanted to be Lil Wayne. But anyway, so like that Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, Overly Dedicated, that three bodies of work right there, I could be like, dang, like I could really put them in there because I was really on them hard. His last three, because when they got to that Mr. Morales, I didn't really listen to it.
I didn't like Mr. Morale.
I didn't really listen to it. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I didn't fuck with it.
Not at all.
I didn't fuck with it.
And like I say, I mean, I know how people are with Kendrick. You can't say nothing bad about them, or they lose their minds. But I'm just telling you, I think that was,
man. I don't see how people could feel like that because, like I said before the whole little beef thing, man. People was not playing that, man.
No,
people wasn't going out like you can't ride down the street. People wasn't bumping that. People wasn't bumping that. You go to the club, the clubs wasn't playing that.
Mm-hmm.
People was not playing those songs. Like there was not a lot of those songs that people was playing on that particular album.
Right.
So people can say whatever they want to say. Then he got to the GNX and he started speaking a little bit more greasy. You know, people wanted that you know that Compton Kung Fu Kenny to come back out.
Right.
And he did it, and then everybody's like, oh, greatest.
Well, I think they're saying the greatest because he beat Drake in that battle. So I think that's the reason why.
Even if he wouldn't have beat Drake, I think that particular album would have did well because people was waiting for that street level Kendrick to come back.
So, question for you: if he didn't have that battle with Drake, you think they would be considered one of the best ever?
Would he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was before that.
Really?
I think people would put Kendrick up there as one of the best MCs.
No, it's the greatest rapper of all time. That's what they're saying now.
After
for sure, he was still no matter what, he was still one of the best ever.
But you're saying after the album,
because
if he did not have a Drake beef,
right,
and he put that album out,
right,
would it still got?
Would you consider him, or would you think people will consider him the best rapper of all time?
Yeah, people would.
Without the Drake beef,
yes.
Wow,
man, Kendrick had dick riders before the Drake beef. I mean, man, people was on Kendrick nuts, man, way before that. Yeah. People, If he wouldn't have beef with Drake, the beef with Drake just added a little bit more salt and pepper to it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more slap your mama, a little bit more seasoning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I kind of disagree.
So you think he wouldn't have?
I think people want to say he was the greatest rapper of all time. Of all time.
After the album?
I think the conversation would have been, oh, he's top 5. He was top 5. And I consume Kendrick. You know, but I know Kendrick he got a really big buzz, a really big kick when he went on what's old boy what's the name of that song?
With the Future song?
The Future song?
Yeah.
Then before that, it was
when he was on.
When was it not? Wasn't that Big? Was it Big Sean?
When he dissed everybody.
Dissed everybody on Big Sean's track.
People, they love that.
That whole fucking verse was.
Yeah.
That's one of the best verses I heard in hip hop history. So I guess, hey.
That's what I'm saying. They would have.
I mean, if you really think about it,
they still would have. Now
he do get the credentials.
The only thing I can say is, without the Drake beef, there would be no Not Like Us. So what would have been the situation or song to counterpart that album?
That's what I'm saying. So,
I can say that, but with that album dropping regardless, the people knew he was already going to drop an album. So I just feel like with that album dropping regardless, people was going to gravitate towards it. That's what I'm saying. People were still going to gravitate. It's Kendrick, and not only that, also it's the whole TDE programming.
But the question is, would he be at what the level is at now without that?
Yes, with that album, yes.
Because
all the rest of the songs would still be top charters.
But look what we just talked about this. You just said that Good Kid, Mad City,
his last three
two,
wasn't better than his first.
Right. So that was a hot one. So Good Kid, Mad City was out of here.
Right.
One of the best albums I ever heard. It's up there.
But the reason why I say that is because when GNX dropped, it wasn't so much of I'm gonna stick to this cautious rap stuff.
I even would say, like, when GNX dropped, people was still it was still on the whole Drake thing.
They was, but I'm just saying
it wasn't even about the album.
I'm just saying if you take the Drake stuff away, people been waiting for Kendrick to talk greasy, man.
Yeah.
People been waiting for Kendrick to all right, Kendrick, that's enough of that we are the people shit. Like, come on with that Compton. You know what I'm saying? They people been waiting for that.
Yeah.
So he came with, this is what the people wanted. All right, I'm gonna come with it. So I think even without the Drake stuff, the album still has substance for people to be like, Kendrick talking that stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, that old Kendrick's back.
Right.
I think people feel that.
All right. What would you rank GNX out of all his albums? What would you rate that project?
4th.
Out of all his albums?
4th. Yeah. I'll rank it 4th. Good Kid, Mad City will be 1. Section 82. I'm a sucker for Overly Dedicated. And then GNX will be 4.
I give it. He got some cuts, man. You know what's so funny? That album kind of grew on me, though, a little bit. GNX. He do got some cuts on that one.
Yeah.
I give it like 2 or 3 out of all of them.
You give it 2? You give it number 2?
I give it like 2 or 3 because I'm trying to see if it was better than
you got
a Butterfly or Damn.
See, your problem is you got to go back and listen to Section 80 and Overly Dedicated.
Yeah.
Because if you wasn't a fan of Kendrick at that point in time and you came on to him at Good Kid, Mad City, then everything after that you'll be like, oh, okay. But if you really rock with Kendrick before all that, then you'll know that Section 80, there was so much in that album that you're like, dang. Like,
I was here and tell you, I'm not like what everybody else is, bro. I like Kendrick, but I'm not like a like Kendrick, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Definitely,
I mean, respectfully.
Definitely.
I just think it's coming from a different era, you know what I mean? But I think he's dope. I do consume his music for sure.
Definitely.
But I'm not like listen to everything he drops type of consumer of Kendrick. You know what I mean? But like I said, I do like him. I don't want people to think that I don't. Which I do like. He's definitely somebody when he drop, I'm listening to his shit.
See that, but that's what like.
But I'm from the South though. You know?
Yeah, I feel that. But me personally, like I liked Kendrick before that. So I liked like I said, I started the Kendrick Lamar EP and then Overly Dedicated. I was really like on that, especially that Michael Jordan. That's what got me on Schoolboy Q, because Schoolboy Q was on there or whatever. And I'm like, dang, like I really like they swag, they flow, da 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 da. So I started like really like, okay, it's cool. Then he dropped Section 80 and I'm like, all right, yeah, this is like really, really dope. Yeah. And a lot of people, especially in our age group in New Orleans, was really like listening to it. They was like, man, they said this kid Kendrick nice, like he nice, da 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 da. So a lot of people was really like bumping it. And then when everybody came, it was like, oh, he's with Dre now, and he about to drop this new album and stuff like that. And then Good Kid, Mad City dropped, and I'm not even gonna hold you, like Money Trees was played everywhere. Yeah, like just like it was like a buzz of like, dang, like. But we listened to like other stuff in New Orleans, like when The Game dropped the documentary, we was on the documentary hard, like. So it's like, all right, cool, like. So I rock with that. But after Pimp a Butterfly, the last two, yeah, it just started being like downhill because I felt like a lot of people was tired of the message and the conscious rap and all that kind of stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they like now, though. The funny part about it is, that's why everybody thought that him and Drake been taking shots when Drake was in that 100 with The Game, right. And he was like, "I'll have way more fans if I wasn't on some if I was on some conscious shit, all that kind of stuff like that." So everybody was like, "Dang, like they beefed out," you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you know. But
he's dope though. Like I say, man, like he's definitely up there, man. He's definitely a top artist of all time for sure.
He definitely is. And I'm gonna be honest, Drake is too. So whatever y'all,
for sure,
however y'all want to put it, hey,
for sure,
some sexy sex songs, whatever that's.
It's funny how they killed Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I like it all.
I still be playing that with the girl.
Yeah, bro.
Like, they be like, ooh, but they be the one tell me. I'll be chilling and stuff like that. They be like, oh, put that Drake on. I'll be like, dang, for real? Like, dang, all right.
It's crazy to me, like people who really you can't say you didn't bump Drake. You know what I mean? Now you don't bump Drake because he lost to Kendrick. Bro, I'm a consumer of just rap music, hip hop. I love the music, bro.
Yeah, but that's how fan bases is, though.
You know what I mean? I can't stand that.
Fan bases like that because I know that there was people that stopped listening to Meek for a little bit after Meek lost to Drake. So I understand that.
I'm gonna listen to Meek too.
You know what I'm saying?
You drop something dark, you drop something dope, I'm gonna listen to it, bro.
You know, when Pac went against Biggie, there was people that stopped listening to Biggie. There was people that stopped listening to Pac. There was anytime there's two rappers that go back and forth, one rapper or both rappers going to lose a little bit of fan base.
You know what's funny, man? Speaking of Pac, man, I listened to some of his music the other day. That shit's special, bro.
Come on, man.
It's special. I think we lost the essence of hip hop for sure. And I would say give credit to Kendrick, man. He is one of them rappers that bring back, you know, some substance in hip hop. You know, he do rap about some things, man, intricate, you know, conversations and lyrics, you know, make you think. And I think we're missing a lot of that in hip hop right now, man. Like Pac, man, I'll listen to like a lot of his songs, bro. Like other day because I had to post something about he wrote a letter. He wrote a breakup letter to Madonna, and I posted that, and it made me go back and listen to a lot of Pac stuff, bro. Yeah, bro, it was special.
Bro, some of the stuff that
special.
It's just, bro, like some of the stuff that he talked about, and you'd be like, man, like
it's deep.
Like I tell everybody, like that Smile, Heaven Got a Ghetto. Hellraiser, like I'll be like, dang, like
Unconditional
Love.
Wow.
Me Against the World. Like Pac, man, look, people can say what they want to say. Oh, Pac wasn't no real da. He was whatever, man. However y'all want to call it. But he had some stuff for your soul. That was for your soul, bro.
Bro, you deep in this, man. Listen, I was like, dang, bro, this music is.
That was music for your soul. Ooh. It had you feeling like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Even like Keep Your Head Up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dear Mama.
Wow,
man. He's got so many tracks.
For real, Pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
man, who rap like that now, man? I guess that's why Kendrick is. He rap with some substance, man. Shout out to Kendrick. A lot of these rappers. Now we got drill. Speaking of drill,
yeah, that drill.
Speaking of the YNs, the gangsters, the young YNs running around here cutting up. NBA Youngboy is back. Flew in allegedly like the president. Did you see the helicopters?
I was about to say, all you YNs, y'all savior is back.
He's back.
Savior is back. All you YNs, him and Pooh Shiesty. It's gonna be a hot summer, boy.
I miss Pooh Shiesty.
Hey, it's gonna be a hot summer, boy.
I miss Pooh Shiesty.
It's gonna be a hot summer, boy.
Man, I was so upset, disgusted with Pooh Shiesty. I'm like, bro, how you gonna do something stupid like that, man?
Yeah, it's about to be a crazy summer, boy.
Oh, it's gonna be nasty.
Y'all might as well just stay in all the unks. We might as well just stay in the house. We might as well just stay in the house, bro. Let's just peek out the window.
NBA Youngboy, if he can stay off these drugs, man. Or maybe the drugs was feeling this good music. Who knows?
I don't know, man. NBA Youngboy, he done dropped so much stuff out that it's like. But he do gotta, man, like, if he stay focused and he stop being a crash out baby, you know, the king of crash outs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then he'll do well, you know. But
you see that interview with $1 million worth of game with him and Gilly and Wallow?
Yeah.
Bro, he looked bad. He sounded bad, bro. He sounded like he was just high on something, man. He sounds. It was sad to see, man. That was a sad interview for sure.
Man, I don't know. You could tell he got some hurt in him too. So
yeah, you could tell he got some pain.
He definitely got pain in him. So
yeah,
he just got to get over them demons, bro. Fight that, knock that out, and he'll be all right.
He definitely got demons. Definitely got them demons, bro.
Definitely.
But you saying like he's a high streaming artist?
Yeah. He was second. I believe. I think he took number one of the highest streaming artists. So artists, period, in general. Like, so he got the craziest fan base, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know now if that fan base is still like as solid as it was because there's a bunch of new YNs out and all that stuff like that. But NBA Youngboy had a crazy fan base, bro. Like, his fan base is real.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. We'll see what's gonna do, man. I can't wait to hear his music. I'm gonna analyze it and see what he gonna drop, man. He gotta drop something here pretty soon. He's in the halfway house or something like that right now.
He's in the halfway house for 30 days.
30 days, and all of a sudden he gonna cause havoc in the world. We'll see what's gonna happen. DDG.
Mm-hmm.
DDG said 10 million, 10 M's is not enough to sustain you for the rest of your life.
That's because he don't know how to invest, evidently. He don't know how to invest in nothing.
So when he said that, man, then, you know, the world went crazy. 10 M's. So I'm sure they're trying to think about that. 10 M's. I mean, I can kind of understand what he's saying, though.
If you just don't do nothing? If you just don't do nothing, I could see for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You'll still be living good if you just don't do nothing.
Think about it now.
All right, I'm like, let's think about it. 10 M's, right?
10 M's.
10 M's. Boom. I'm automatically gonna get it.
And California though too.
No, see, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. 10 M's, because I was just about to say, boom. I'm going to Dallas. I'm going to Houston. I'm gonna give me a $375,000 little mini mansion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Couple cars, and I'm good. I ain't got to spend money on nothing else. I'm goosey after that. You know what I'm saying? I still got what, $7 million to play with.
Okay. So now we got $7 million.
You got $7 million.
So if you don't do nothing else for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but of course it's gonna get taxed.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
So that's 30-40% is gonna be taxed.
Yeah.
So 30%. So that's what, about 3 or 4 mil? About 3 mil, I say. So now you got what, 4 mil left over
to sit on. You good. You good.
So 4 mil left over. you probably spend. How much you think it's gonna cost you to live every year?
But that's what I'm saying. How's your lifestyle changing? You know what I'm saying? Because
it's gonna go up.
We living off of what we living on. It's only goes. See, that's the mind state that he's thinking of.
Right.
But if someone is telling you, be like, hey, this 10 mil has to last you for forever, especially us niggas that ain't never had nothing, we can make that 10 mil stretch for forever. Forever. That 10 mil is gonna stretch for the rest of our lives. But if you thinking of it like, oh man, like someone I got 10 mil off of doing blah 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 blue, I'm gonna go buy a mansion in Beverly Hills that's gonna be about 6 mil to 5 mil, whatever. I'm gonna buy me this Lamborghini that's gonna be 500,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking smart. So in that mind state of him probably not thinking smart, because he thinking like, I'm gonna give me 10 cars, I'm gonna have this little mansion in Calabasas. Yeah, it's not gonna last you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to definitely cut back and live frugal.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but you could live comfortable. Man, come on, man, you could live good on 10 mil, comfortable.
Well, that's not really 10.
Comfortable, huh?
That's not really 10. After you broke it down, you talking about like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 after you get what you want.
Yeah,
and taxes. I'm good.
So you can live out 3 or 4 mil?
Yes. Man, I'm a project baby. But yeah, fucking right, man. Yes. Yes, sir. Sure can.
I mean, you might burn a good 150, 200 in a year for sure.
150,000?
Easy. Live?
That's fine.
So, okay, 150,000. Let's say 152. Let's say 2. Phone died. So say 2468. So that's 2468. So that's 4 years. Oh yeah, bro. That's $1 million. It'll be tight, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
you could do it. You could do it.
You could do it. So you mean to tell me you right now, someone be like, here go 10 million, you be like, oh man, this ain't enough.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
You would make it work.
Yeah,
like a responsible person, you would make that 10 mil. Look, I'm about to make this 10 mil. Look, and by the time I'm done, it's gonna be 50.
Oh, for sure. If I can reinvest it, oh yeah, I'm straight. Yeah. But if you just got 10 million to live off of, I think it'd be for the rest of your life.
No, it's not,
bro. So I'm 40 now. I'm 40 now.
But you thinking beyond your means.
Well, I'm 40 now, so I got another 30 more years.
You're 40. See, your life and my life is too different. I ain't got no kids or nothing. So
right.
So you come to me with 10 million and be like, you have to live off this forever. All right, cool. I can live off that. I'm straight.
40 now. So what's yeah, that's some spam. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I think it'll be close. I ain't gonna lie, I think it'll be close, but I think I can do it for sure. But that's another 30, 40 more years.
But see, like I said, you got kids, so that's different.
Yeah.
Because now you gotta you gotta put the children in college funds.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta put all that. I ain't got kids, and I ain't got no wife.
I be thinking about my mortgage.
I'm Gucci.
My mortgage, 2 cars. There's 2 cars for me. Then the college funds, savings, living expenses. Bro, my living expenses probably up about 10, 12 a month right now.
10, 12,000.
10, 12 grand. This is survive in San Diego.
To survive in San Diego is 10 to 12 grand a month.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you mean to tell me if you had that 10 mil, you wouldn't make that stretch by moving?
I'll have to move.
Of course, because that's all you have, right?
Yeah, right.
So you would take that 10 mil, you would go get you a which is sad, you would go to the South and get a bigger house for less money.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? You have your 2 cars, you have all the, like, once you have that, you already farm.
Yeah.
What are you blowing the extra 3-4 mil on?
For, like I said, you got the rest of your life, so that's another 30. Then I got 2 kids, then set them up. Oh, bro, yeah, that would be fucking. Oh man, damn.
Set them up with what?
With life with savings accounts. I got savings accounts for my kids.
Yeah. But you also
that type of them.
Yeah, but that 10 mil doesn't go towards. That's for you to live. That don't go towards like, oh yeah, but you have to share this with your kids and stuff like that. Like, your kids is going to be self-efficient enough to do their own thing.
Once they
You know what
get
I'm saying?
18,
Yeah.
But we don't know.
No, you don't.
Because with the way the shit's going now, they're saying that your kids can't even, they're not gonna be able to afford to buy a house by the time they get older. And I can kind of see that.
Yeah. So that's why they live in your house.
You gonna have a huge house. So you gonna have your kids live in the house with their whole wife and kids?
You have a huge house. What do you mean? You
so your wife and kids?
You in Texas now. That house gonna be big.
East wing and west wing.
That house gonna be lovely, boy.
East wing and west wing.
East wing and west wing.
You probably won't even see the mugs.
Man, look, you in Texas now. And all that for less than 400,000.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got one more for you. Cain Velasquez. This is a crazy story. He's the UFC champion, right? So this guy is a killer, a murderer, for real. I actually know him personally for sure. And real cool cat, man. Real cool cat. So what happened was he lives in San Jose, California, and he drops his kid off to, the daycare. And the guy that lives with the lady that watches his kids, for years he's dropping the kids off for daycare. And the son of the lady that watches his kids was molesting his kids for years, bro. Come to find out, he found out Cain gets a gun and he go try to find the guy, try to kill the guy. He seen the guy driving and he started shooting at the guy, trying to kill him. Boom, 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 boom. So he get arrested, and now he's got 5 years in prison for trying to kill somebody who's molesting his kids. So what do you think about that? Do you think that's fair or no? Of course he's gonna say no, but
I'm gonna say no. I really believe, like, when stuff like that happens, I think that the whole, like, self-defense law, the self-defense rules should take place when stuff like that happens. Even though it wasn't personally you're protecting those that can't protect themselves.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying? So I think, like, when it comes to, like, sexual assaulting, rape, kidnap, anything that's harming your children like that, I think that all retaliation should be dropped.
100%.
I really do. I really do think that, and I think that it's sad that it doesn't do that. So,
it is, in a way, I feel like the law kind of protects, those type of people, like the pedos, in a way. Like, I understand it. You can't just take the law in your own hands, and you just can't just go out and just shooting people. But sometimes y'all don't think you kind of temporary insanity in a way. You know what I mean? Your emotions probably get so just, you're probably so distraught.
But I think all that should be taken into consideration. And that's why I think that if you want to be like, you can't do that, and you want to slap them with something, that's cool. Slap them with, you got 5 years probation or something like that, or you got to do a year at a halfway house, or you got to do a mental evaluations, like you said, like insanity. You know what I'm saying? You had temporary insanity. You was going crazy because something happened to your child. I really feel like that should be a thing.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm back to Tupac. I remember it was a song Tupac had, and he said, if I was president, I would declare death sentence to all child molesters, rapers, kidnappers, and everything else like that.
100%.
Like that should be hands down. Like, so I don't see what the point of saving them for.
I feel like you can't protect those type of people. That's like evil on a different level to me when you start playing with kids. So the law can't be the same for somebody, like, you can't.
But that's when you get into the problem of, like, mental evaluation, and psychiatrists and stuff be like, oh, well, they're mentally ill and sick and all that. Like,
right.
Whatever, man. Like, I don't think that you should say. I don't think you should save them. And I feel like that they try to protect them.
They try to protect them.
They do try to protect them.
Because nothing's happening to this guy, but this guy's going to jail for 5 years. But the guy who actually allegedly did this, there's nothing happening to him.
He went to jail, didn't he?
No.
Yeah, see.
It's crazy. It's crazy right now. That's wild.
That's horrible.
But I know you wanted to talk about your Rugrat 1900.
He just dropped the album. Congratulations to that
Rugrat.
YC.
Rugrat. So we did listen to the album. We reviewed the album.
Yeah. We went over it.
Do you want to give your feedback on it?
My feedback on the album is the first track, Intro. I like the production, the beat, the sample. If that was a sample, I like the little choir in it. Like, it was nice. It was nice. After that though, a lot of albums sounded, the same for the most part.
You think so?
He had a good run with some of his features. Like, I like some of the features that he had, but some of the songs that was heat that blew up on the internet is the best songs that's on the album.
I agree. So I think old boy dope, man. I think he's dope. I think he's still trying to find his sound. I think he needs to, a little bit more practice, a little bit more experience, for sure. And I think he just growing too fast. I think sometimes you can grow too fast, and I think that's his thing. I think he's not ready to be where he's at right now. That's what I feel.
Because he grew too fast.
I think he's growing too fast.
I mean, would you say the same thing about like Jello, for example? Because
yes,
most of his songs that we heard recently, his songs sounded exactly the same too.
I think it's different. I think Jello is somebody who put something out, he blew up,
and then they're forcing him to keep going.
They're forcing him to keep going, and I think they're he has an engine behind him now. So they're probably writing his raps. They're probably give him the best beats or anything, and they're just pushing that. He's in control of an engine now. The engine's behind him, so it's completely different. So it's not like an industry plant. And I would say I just feel like they're just making a person so they can sell albums because they put $10 million behind him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So they got to recoup that money. So they're gonna do anything they can to recoup that money for sure.
Yeah, so I can see that they putting all the we're gonna get the best producers, the best features, the best everything, so we can get this money back.
Image, like, come on, bro, you a ball player, homie. He talking about, he from gangster this, he from the streets, homie. Nah. He has a whole little team that's making this rapper, so he can sell records so they can recoup that money. He has an engine behind him. This cat here is different. He has raw talent, but he's just not there yet. He's gonna need a couple more albums to be up to these other rappers. But he definitely has potential.
So what do you think of the album? Besides the songs that was popular online already.
Now let's talk about the album.
Let's talk about the album.
When I listen to an album, right, I think he got too many songs on there. He got way too many songs. And on an album, I feel like if you got 3 or 4 good songs on there, that's a dope album.
He has 3?
Right. So I can't say nothing bad because he do got some good cuts on there.
Okay.
Not every song is good, but even back in the day when I listened to it's not a classic album like a Kendrick, of course. You look good cut, Mad City.
Yeah.
You can bump everything.
We wasn't
on
expecting that. Though.
We wasn't expecting that.
I was expecting to hear some.
He got some good cuts on there. He got a good 4 songs in there. It's like okay. But other than that, it's garbage.
But the problem is those 4 cuts. It's the cuts that we already heard.
But he made it,
so he could have just did an EP.
Right.
He not to get his whole album, heard me? Get a little EP right there, and then boom.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But he got like 20 some songs on that bit, and it's like okay, like
100%, 100%. Like other than the songs that is already kind of hot right now, he got a song with Lil Yachty. It's good, it's decent.
The song with Skrilla, the song with D-Lo, and the song with Kodak Black is his internet songs already.
Oh, they hard though. They go hard.
Yeah.
Like, so we know that he can make good music.
Man, look, I'm gonna be real with you. Courtney stunting. Courtney finger caught a cramp. How many times he was skipping through that, bro? That boy finger caught a cramp. Like, he was skipping through it. So man, skip. Finger cramped up. That boy skipping it out. He was skipping every song on that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he had a couple good ones. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
all right. D-Lo, like how you said, Yachty was a good one, but of course, Yachty put some money behind that. Skrilla put some, those bigger artists gonna have, better production. And you could tell like the album seems like it was low budget. You know what I mean?
That boy Courtney called it a Tubi album. He called it a Tubi. Hell, that one was a Tubi.
I hate shitting on people. You know what I'm saying?
Said it was low budget. I said it was low budget, you heard me.
And another thing too, you made a good point, man. You made a good point. You said it sounded like a Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka beats.
He had all the Waka Flocka beats.
Yeah.
I was like, I can hear Waka Flocka running this album. Like,
for sure. Waka would killed that.
Going hard on all these tracks.
Waka would kill that album. But I think like I say, I think he has talent for sure. We know he can make music. He's got to find his sound and find his groove. When he find that groove, it's a rap. It's a rap. Once he get in that groove and found his sound and how to flow on these beats and what people like, and I think that's everything with even us with this podcast.
But do you think white rappers is going to get that opportunity though?
100%. 1,000%. Okay. Because once again, we said this most of the consumers of the hip hop is white and Mexican. You know, and he already got it already.
Yeah. Okay.
He already got it. You know what I mean? We might look at him like, but bro, them white people gonna look at him like, okay, they're gonna consume that. He got the look too. Got the tattoos now, got the jewelry and all that. Oh, for sure, bro. It's a rap. He's already there. He's already there. From the stuff that he's already dropped is already there, bro.
Right.
He's there. He just gotta fine tune it. That's it.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not shit on him. He's dope.
Fine tune it. Hey, fine tune it.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of put me on him. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, this dude cold.
Yeah.
He cold.
You nice.
He cold. I like how you rap. He sounds different. He don't sound like somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, so he can market himself because he has a unique sound with that raspy voice. You know, some of the things that he be saying, he call himself a cracker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna draw you in. You know what I mean? Like, they might call himself a cracker. You know what I mean? So he got it.
So out of all the younger rappers out or trying to buzz pop, whatever the case may be, out of the ones that you heard, who do you feel like is like on that cusp of like bubbling?
That's a good question. 'Cause there's a lot. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of them. Let's try to pull up a list and see a lot of the younger rappers.
I mean, right now everybody's on with Hurricane Wisdom. Everybody's on Hurricane. A lot of people's on Von 17.
Von 17 is straight. I like Rob
49.
Rob 49. What else would you say is a young rapper that's emerging in this industry?
I mean, I guess I would say Skilla.
Skilla's dope. Let's see. There's a lot, man. There's a lot, man. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head right now. Because, like, once again, I like Southern music mostly, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I listen to a lot of old shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really listen to a lot of it because I can't relate to it. But if something catches my ear, I'll bump it for sure.
So, but as far as those, you would say like, okay, those are the ones that's kind of like.
I really like Rob 49.
Yeah. Shout out to Rob.
I really like him.
Shout out to the Vultures.
I like Simba.
Okay.
I like Simba.
Okay.
Simba. Whew. I like Simba.
Okay.
Yeah, Simba. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think Simba's a star.
So my question to you, for all the San Diegoans out there, out of the rappers that we named, do you feel like, I'm gonna just say like Yab, do you feel like him or Flashy and all them, do you feel like that they're far off from that?
No, they're not. Because they're making music that anybody can listen to.
Facts.
And that's why I keep telling these artists, you know what I mean? You can't make local music. You got to make music that you got to expand your fan base.
No, 100%.
You know,
100%.
Only, and Lil Grifo, shout out to Lil Grifo, he told me this. He was like, you only can run around San Diego about 4 or 5 times. After that, you know, you're going to have to start expanding and going somewhere else because people going to get tired of hearing the same little. So you're going to have to start going somewhere else to expand your fan base. And I think Gabby and I think, you know, Flashy B, they're doing it the right way. They're leaving the city and going to these other cities and building a fan base. You know what I mean? So just like, you know, Big Sad.
Yeah.
19.
So you would definitely say like if people come up and be like, hey, you know, just give me some these YN rappers, you know what I'm saying? You would definitely throw their names in there.
For sure.
For sure.
They're just local, and they don't have that fan base yet, but I feel like they have potential for sure. 1000%. They make good quality music.
Is J-Bo a young rapper? I don't know his age, but
yeah,
would you consider
he's 24.
Him? 24? Okay,
23,
yeah.
24.
Yeah, then yeah.
23 or 24.
Then you would put J-Bo in that?
And
as far as being the young YN that's about the bubble on the
he's
game.
probably the biggest but that's the thing. Like I said before, mostly these younger artists, these younger people going to consume that music. I don't really consume his music like that.
But all right, so here's the thing that's like that I think about, right?
You consume J-Bo? You bumping J-Bo?
I like J-Bo.
You do bump his shit though?
No, I don't bump it. I don't bump it. I play certain songs. I do like certain songs.
Yeah, me too.
But that's what a lot of rappers. I don't really go through whole albums. Right. I go through like, okay, unless it's like someone that I'm like, okay, I really have to sit down and listen to this album because I know it's going to be, you know, talked about or highly like anticipated. You know what I'm saying? But J-Bo got the first mainstream California rapper in like 10 years or something like that?
Yeah, a long time.
Right. So Kendrick didn't reach that. Okay. So
oh, that's a shot.
I'm just saying there's different levels of success that each age pocket go for.
100%.
Because even with the NBA Youngboy thing, let's put that up. When NBA Youngboy was in like the prime hype of everything, where he was dropping albums like Future and everybody was on his stuff, I was already older, so I'm like, man, I don't really see what the whole fuss is about.
Right.
But all the young dudes is bumping them.
They love him.
I'm still like trying to figure out. So how do these people get popular if there's no CDs out? Like there's no album sales to go by and stuff like that. But everybody's like, oh, NBA Youngboy, he's the highest streaming artist and he's this and this and this and this and this. And I'm just like, oh, okay, like dang, like. But each age bracket has their things that they talk about which make their rapper or their artist great.
Right.
So to me, like 400 Degrees, Jeezy 101, The Thug Motivation, even Webby Savage Life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these albums and most of Nelly's albums, they go diamond.
Right.
They went to the highest level of you could get, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like when you see that and you like, dang, like that's fire. I don't know what the equivalent of that is to streaming. So when someone be like, oh man, they had 1 billion streams, I don't know what that mean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in my mind it's like, all right, well, J-Bo is the first mainstream California rapper, or first California rapper to hit mainstream in 10 years. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that something that really need to be celebrated? And if so, is he not on the verge of greatness in his own way?
He is. He's on the verge of greatness in his own way for sure. Just because we don't listen to him, like he's not. You know what I'm saying? And you can measure that by his success and his following. You know what I mean? Like look at his numbers on YouTube and all his channels. You know, he's doing really well, bro. He has the buzz for sure. You know, but like once again, like we said in the last show, he has to evolve as well. You know what I mean? Because he's only making music for a certain genre of people. And I think that only people of that genre is going to listen to that instead of the masses. For you to be a star, you got to make music for everybody.
But can't you say like certain rappers like Rod Wave is the same way? There's a bunch of depressed people that listen to Rod.
But everybody can relate to that though.
Yeah, I would say that. But that's what kind of got me listening to the Hurricane Kid, because Rod Wave's retiring.
Right.
And everybody was talking about, oh, this is going to pass the torch to Hurricane. I'm like, who the hell is this dude? Hurricane Chris? That man old as hell. I was like, who are you talking about? And then I went to go listen to him. I was like, he do sound like a little young Rod Wave. I'm like, oh, okay, well, dang. Well, that generation really, really deals with him. And then it wasn't until recently when I seen him, he was at a sold out arena. And he ran on stage and the whole 50,000 fans all screaming his songs. 100%. And I'm like, oh, I guess I got to start listening to this kid, you know? So,
but a lot of artists does that. Juice WRLD's the same way. Those drugs, popping, depressed music.
But Juice WRLD had a big following. So did Triple X.
That's what I'm saying. Is that anybody can listen to that music?
Yeah, but saying that to say, same thing with J-Bo, right?
No. No.
Hey, bro, you just don't want to give it to that man, bro.
I do. Like I said, I listen.
I tell people all the time, King Von was the exact same way, bro. King Von that's all this man rapped about.
Yeah, but even that's only certain people listen to King Von.
And King Von
King Von wasn't that huge, crazy, huge rapper. He was. I mean, even what
y'all heard him, huh?
Bro,
King Von wasn't that crazy, huge rapper.
He wasn't.
King Von was big, man.
Yeah, in certain sections, yeah, for sure. I mean, even then, even King Von. Did you consume King Von?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Most people ain't consuming that.
I didn't.
The younger generation
I'm not even gonna hold you. I listen to. I listen to Dirk before I listen to Von.
100%. Because you can because he's more of a mainstream music that anybody can listen to. That's drill shit, bro. That's like I'm going to kill you, murder demon music.
Yeah, but it was still consumed. But the point I'm making is, you could still get to a height of a certain level by that music, because Von did.
Who?
King Von did. King Von, the album before King Von died.
Bro, what? Like Superstar.
Do you not know
Superstar,
the numbers of that album?
Let's look them up. Superstar though.
Huh?
Superstar. Can you think we
keep talking about the Superstar thing.
Not even
but
Superstar.
You didn't even know NBA Youngboy was that big.
Well, I didn't.
Yeah,
but he don't make that type of music either.
But we keep talking about like superstar status, right? Let's bring up SZA. You didn't even know SZA was selling out shows worldwide.
She's a superstar.
Yeah, but listen, you didn't know that.
But I'm just saying that I don't know all the superstars. I don't know every superstar that's out there. But I don't feel like, NBA Youngboy, I listen to his music, not all of his music, but he don't make murder music for everything.
Murder Man music, that's his thing. Murder Man music.
He don't make. That's what I'm saying. He don't make all this music. He also make music that anybody can listen to.
Okay.
Everybody can consume.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say like King Von. I heard probably a couple Kings. I probably like there's 2 or 3 King Von songs that I was bumping. You know what I mean? That I like.
Uh-huh.
But when you listen to them songs, he was talking about killing people. You know what I'm saying? Like all those songs are talking about creeping on his ops and killing people.
And that's what made him big.
That's what I'm saying. But you think everybody, was he a star?
Yes. Think King Von was a star?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I'm gonna make that a clip.
King Von was a star. Now, was King Von doing shows in Australia? He didn't have a chance to because of his music. So
let's see King Von numbers. Let's see King Von. Would you say King Von was King Von? Let's see sales before he died. Let's see. We're pulling up right now. King Von album sales before his death. I'll pull it up right now. 59,000.
Yeah, 59,000, but he had 79 million on-demand streams. And he debuted number 2 on the Billboard 200 charts.
Let me see. He debuted number 2 on the Billboard charts. Top 200. He earned 59,000 equivalent album sales. 55,000 came from 79. Okay, on demand streams. 4,000 are pure album sales. 4,000 from pure album sales.
Yep. And then Welcome to O Block achieved what? Platinum certified with over 1 million copies sold U.S. It reached number 1 on the top R&B and hip hop album charts. Tops the top independent album charts. Come on, man. That man was doing something.
I would say he wasn't, but
that man was doing something. That man was doing something, bro. You can't take it away from that man. That man was doing something. But that's what I'm saying. like that, you could be in any lane and you could still sell units. You could still move units and be a
okay.
star.
So this is the only song that I probably out of all the songs, Crazy Story.
Yeah, but also it's a age gap.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
It's an age gap. So there's certain things that you probably wouldn't even be on or care to listen to. So it is an age gap.
100%. They're saying the results for, yeah, for sure. I won't say he's bigger than Dirk. You think he's bigger than Dirk?
No, he wasn't bigger than Dirk. But I was gonna say something, but now how much of that was before death and after death was also.
That's true.
That is also a thing too.
That's true. That's true. Because I was like, dang, I don't remember selling like that.
Yeah. Bruh, but
like I said, I know he was straight. Great story for sure.
Von was big in that age bracket, and the only reason I know that because all my little cousins and all that they was invested in the NBA Youngboy King Von crap. Yeah. So they was investing in all that, and they, you know what I'm saying. So it's like so that age bracket, they support it.
Absolutely. I shout out King Von. Like I said, I listened to a couple of his shit though.
I don't know if J-Bo have the same kind of support system or whatever the case may be because, like Von did have a Dirk that kind of, yeah.
Hey, Dirk is up there.
If J-Bo had a Kendrick to be like, hey.
To co-sign him. But J-Bo, he's doing numbers. He's definitely making some controversial stuff. He's entertaining. The kids gonna follow it for sure. And he's making crazy records. He's gonna sell more for sure. He's gonna do it.
Let me ask you a question, and we could ride out after this.
Yeah.
Well, two things. First question is California female MCs.
Let me see. Do I know any?
I was just about to say. Do you know any that's good, that's decent?
Damn.
And I was just gonna say that to say,
I know one.
What is it about? What are we gonna say? Lady Rage?
No. No. I was gonna say one local girl here. She cold, bro, but she don't really rap. 304s. That's her name.
Oh well, the only was Stunner Girl.
34s, I think.
I was like, you said 304s.
No.
I automatically paid it. I don't care. But Stunner Girl, Sweetie, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, what is it about California that's kind of like stopping the female rappers from
once again, I think
from blowing up?
I think from when I don't listen to Stunner Girl. I heard a couple of her songs and I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
What about Sweetie?
Sweetie got some straight stuff. She makes more commercial music though.
Yeah,
she's straight. But it is something personally about Sweetie I don't like.
Personally?
Yeah.
Damn, personal?
I've seen a couple of her interviews. I was like,
What is it? Come on, share.
She was like, she's too cocky, man. Like she's the stuff that she be saying online, it turns me off. She seems like an asshole in person.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I think she's kind of nice.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think she's kind of nice. But anyway,
weird. But music wise, I think she got a couple. But like once again, I don't bump too many female stuff though, man. I feel weird listening to female music.
Yeah, which you I'm about to say you really not. I'm not gonna say you're not supposed to, but you should feel weird,
right?
You know what I'm
saying? That. I don't consume that.
But when you look at like just in the sake of being like a music person, and you look at like the success of Glorilla, and
I don't listen to her shit.
No, I'm not saying you do, but I'm just saying the success of Glorilla, Meg Thee Stallion, all that kind of stuff like that. Most of the successful female MCs come from the South. Right?
They do.
Besides Nicki. But Nicki still had to go down south to do with Young Money. So, but what is it about the West that is like...
I think it's the culture.
The culture?
The culture. Because they're not talking like how them girls talk like, like the Meg and the Stallions. That's like that ratchet. It's that ratchet hip hop.
Yeah, but they ratchet too.
Let me a ratchet girl on the West Coast.
A ratchet girl on the West Coast?
Like a ratchet,
it's their different type. They have a different type of ratchet.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. That's what I mean. I don't mean let me because you gotta watch. You gotta watch what
you gotta watch our other podcasts. Right. But
it's a different type of ratchet.
No, it is a different type of ratchet.
And I think that type of ratchet in the South is very marketable. You know what I mean? Because even white girls listen to that. I have white girls come in the studio and be bumping that.
Yeah, so Miami and JT, all that, like that.
They bump that in here. That's what they prefer to listen to in here. The white girls come in here.
Lotto, can't forget about Lotto.
Oh, I love Lotto. Oh my God,
Lotto. He love Lotto. He love Lotto. Shout out to Lotto. Make that a clip so and tag her in it so she can see.
Man, Lotto's probably the baddest one to me.
Lotto the baddest one
in the game. Yeah.
Ooh, you heard it here first.
Yeah,
you heard it here first. Lotto is the baddest one in the game.
Yeah, for his looks. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Lotto be spitting. Lotto spit.
I like Lotto.
Lotto spit. Lotto spit.
Big Lotto.
Ooh, look at that boy.
Big Lotto, homie.
Look at that boy. Anyway, last thing I wanted to bring up. For those people in the comments, you know what I'm saying, that have more like thought behind it, or maybe no thought behind it, but I'm just out of curiosity. So the Pop Your Balloon show, it was started by an individual, which I didn't know that she was the one who started the
black
show.
Girl.
Yeah. Netflix bought the show.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Wow. Good shit.
But she's not going to be the host.
Oh, that's cold-blooded.
The slim chick from Insecure. I forgot her name.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. I don't know. But none of the details came out, so I don't know if they paid her for the show. They paid, or
I hope
if
so.
she's a VP or some kind of involvement. I feel like Netflix gotta. They have to break bread. You know what I'm saying?
Unless she has to, unless she's patented or trademarked it.
If she didn't, that'd be fucked up if she didn't. I mean, I feel like she had to because so many people copied it.
Yeah.
So she had to be like, all right, let me get in front of this.
Yeah.
But anyway, Netflix bought the show. Netflix gonna do the show. They went and hired the girl from Insecure to be the host.
Yeah.
So I hope Netflix did the right thing and paid that lady.
Man, to tell you the truth, man, these corporations don't care, man. There's no emotions when it comes to these corporations.
Not,
no morals. There's no integrity.
But I hope that they pay that lady, man. Pay that lady for making one of the most iconic 2020s shows.
They don't care.
Because that Pop the Balloon show is iconic right now.
Yeah.
So
they don't care about that.
They
don't care about that, man. These corporations have no heart, no integrity, nothing. It's about making bread. Other than that,
I mean, until they get sued, because if she did things the right way, she has an argument. It was her idea.
If she did it the right way.
If she did it the right way.
But can you?
But it kind of makes me. I don't know, because that's what makes me think like, if she did, wouldn't she go hard on all the other people that copied it?
I mean, yes and no. But if you did, yeah.
If you made a show and yours started buzzing and like 20 other people copied it, and then somebody started buzzing it more than yours, when you kind of be like, man, this was my shit.
But how could you sue though?
Unless you trademark the whole concept.
Unless you can trademark the concept.
Yeah.
Which I don't think she probably didn't. I mean, why? I mean, how could you? That's just a concept.
Well,
but it is what it is, baby.
Hey.
Man, we appreciate you guys, man, once again for another one. Kicking it with some brothers. Back again, you know what I mean? Shout out to Chef Q, you know what I mean? Cooking up the best food in the city.
We in here.
From New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you guys, man. Please like, comment, subscribe. Up there, where the little buttons is. We need your support, man. You know what I mean? If you have any feedback on the show, man, hit us up. You want us to talk about anything, let us know. Hit us up. Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Not Facebook, I guess, but Instagram.
Instagram.
On this. It is what it is, though, man. But hell yeah, man. We appreciate you guys, man. We'll see you guys on the next one. You want to add anything?
No, sir.
We out, man. We'll see y'all.
See y'all next week.
Hey, we out.